Welcome everyone. I'm just going to show you the first steps in getting started with C programming. Just the very beginning here, which is how do you start to write and compile your first C program. Now I'm doing this on my computer. It's a MacBook Pro. You should be able to see the screen. There's many ways we can learn C programming, but we need to have a computer and we need to have an editor and we need to have a C compiler at the basic minimum. You could use an integrated development environment like Visual Studio. That's fine, but I'm going to show you the basic simple way. Now, first of all, I need a computer. I could use my MacBook Pro, but better would be to use Linux. So I'm going to run a virtual machine called UTM, which happens to be good for Mac Silicon. If you're doing this on a different kind of computer, maybe you'd want to use VirtualBox or VMware. Just a note, everything I'm showing you is entirely free. You do not pay for any of this software. Now, if I use UTM or VirtualBox, I can generally create a pre-compiled machine. So I've got a gallery here that opens in the other screen. I'll just show you what it has. It allows me to install pre-compiled operating systems, and I would choose Ubuntu 22.04 because it's the most standard here. There's many other operating systems, including a lot of bad ones, but you can try whatever you want. As long as it's a Ubuntu or a Fedora, a Kali, Debian, or Arch Linux is also okay. They're all standard. Their C compilers are standard. I have one that I've been using for several years already installed, so I'll just click play. It'll boot up. It'll take a little while. It's a virtual machine, so it's pretending to be a separate computer. The operating system is booting as if I've just turned that computer on. And it comes up with a window where I can enter my password. So I shall do that. And that will pop up with a desktop. Ignore the icons that are there. I've been doing some stuff on here. So from the desktop, we're not going to use any integrated development environment. I have several. I'm not going to show you those. We'll look at it from first principles, from the basics. We need two things to be running. We need a terminal. So let's just type terminal there, and I can run my terminal. It's a bash window, and we need an editor. So let me type editor, text editor. Again, I've got several editors. I'm showing the real basic one. Yeah. Okay. So that's all I need. I have my C compiler already installed because it's Linux and it's a standard C compiler. I don't need anything else. So let's start by writing some code. Okay, so that's my code. There's actually some mistakes in this code, but we'll see that later. Let me save it first. I'll call it something like first program.c. Okay. So I'll go to my terminal window. I'll just check that that program has been created. I do list files, and it will list everything. I've got a few things, but I want to look at some details. So I'm going to list files in long format. I'm going to look at all my files, and I'm going to do it in time series reversed. So the newest file is at the bottom. So I press that, and I get all my files. At the bottom, I've got something called first program.c. It's 65 bytes in size. It's created by me, Asian, and it was created on May the 4th at 3:10. Oh, by the way, May the 4th be with you. Okay, so now I'm going to try and compile this program. So I'll use GCC, standard compiler. I'm not going to type everything. I don't like typing everything, so I just type the F and then press the Tab key to do autocomplete. And the output, I'll call it first program, just like that. Okay. Now, like I said, I deliberately introduced some mistakes into my C program, so this will not work. I want to show you what happens when it doesn't work. Well, it tells me that there was a fatal error. That doesn't sound good. And the fatal error is at line 1, and it's the thing I'm trying to hash include. I tried to hash include stdio.c. That's a mistake. If I look back at the notes, it should be stdio.h. Okay, let's save that. See if it works. Go back to my terminal, try and compile it again. Oh, now there's an error at line 4. What's the error at line 4? It says expected declaration specifiers or ... before curly bracket. So I go to line 4, and line 4 is indeed my curly bracket, open curly bracket. So there's something before that which is a problem. Ah, yeah, it's my main function. I didn't close the parentheses here. I didn't close the brackets on main, which I've done now. Let's save that, see if it compiles. Okay, there's another problem here. It says expected semicolon before the close curly brackets. And this tells me there's something on line 5 that's missing. So line 5, oh yes, in C you need a semicolon at the end of every statement. So I put that in, save it, try to compile it, and it works. How do I know it works? Because it doesn't complain. Okay, if it complains it didn't work, it doesn't complain, so it worked. I'm suspicious. Let's list the files here, ls-latr, and I will see, there's something in green here. It's first program. It's the thing I just compiled. And there's an X down here which tells me it's an executable. So it has been created. Now I want to run it. How do I run it? Doesn't work. Command not found. So for security reasons, you have to put the path before the program name. So the path is dot, which means here, and it's the program called first program. So it's the program called first program in the current directory. So if I press enter, it runs. It says hello world. It's a bit messy. I think I need a new line. Let's put a new line there. Save it. Recompile it. Run it again. There, hello world. That's the beginning of C program.